Hey guys, Czar here. Hope all is well. Trust you're having a good day so far. We're about 45 seconds away from the New York Open. Watching the NASDAQ here on the Open, or just before the Open here. About 35 seconds left. I got my cat beside me. Just showed up in my room, pushed my office door open, and he's sitting here licking his paw, waiting for the market to open. I guess I do pretty much the same thing before this thing opens, and so we're good to go. Watching the Three Sisters as well, as always. There it is. It's the 1 minute chart for the Three Sisters, NASDAQ, S&P, and Dow. Volume weighted average price, the blue line in the middle, and then 2.5 standard deviations on either side. And there it is, guys. The first 1 minute candle is complete. That's the 1 minute open range, top and bottom on the S&P. There it is on the NASDAQ, and of course there it is on the Dow on the right hand side. And now we watch to see where we go from here. The daily, of course, we matched all-time highs from overnight here this morning on that news. See it there? Bang and bang. Those are the two pretty much identical points in a range here on the 30-minute chart, and pushing up a little bit on the 1 minute here. You see that there? 1, 2, and of course weaker on the Dow, doing the opposite as it has been doing quite a bit of late. Industrials going down, tech going up, and the S&P kind of splitting the difference as it typically does. All right, guys, back here for a moment just to show you that we now have an engulfing style candle on the 30-minute chart. In other words, we have broken the low of the prior candle and we've broken the high just by a hair, but you get the idea. And so we are ranging now in the middle of that prior candle. Nothing for me to do here. I'll be looking for that 30-minute reason to enter, or at least making sure there's no 30-minute reason to do the opposite of what I'm thinking here on the lower time frame. And of course, that daily is always in my sight. Daily context. Three Sisters, guys, pushing up fairly strongly here on the S&P all of a sudden, and trying to rally on the Dow. The NASDAQ's doing nothing. You can see those two EMAs are just really stuck together, twisting together like a rope. Whereas you see this nice expanding of EMAs, the 9 and the 21 on the S&P. Even on the Dow, we got some separation here, but this NASDAQ is just in a grind mode right now, and that's fine. But we'll watch and see what happens from here. Just placing a marker here, just an idea here, guys. In 15 seconds, this candle will close. I will buy a break of the top. In other words, a buy stop order above this candle after it closes only. I'll fix this marker in a moment, but that's my entry. All Three Sisters pushing up now. This to me is worth the coin toss. Looking for 1R, the most certain move. But only if we break that candle high. And I'm in, guys. I just got triggered in right there. And so now it's the waiting game. I'll come back and explain this trade in more detail as I manage my own platform here. And there it is, guys. It'll be a 1-hour charge. Clearly this trade did not even stand a chance, despite being a pretty good setup. Above EMAs, 9 above the 21, but grinding EMAs, and that really is a unit of doubt. Above the open range, of course, as well. And very strong sisters. Notice how the S&P and the Dow were both rallying very strongly, and that certainly bolsters and supports the case. But sometimes, even though the coin is weighted to heads and you call heads, it can still land on tails, and that's what happened here today. This is the first loss I've had for a while in the Razor's Edge, especially on market open plays, and so I'm willing to take that with grace and humility and move on to the next trade. Thanks for being here, guys. We'll talk soon.